rolling. Alright. Greetings, YouTube. This is the Canadian Mystic here, and today I'm going to be doing a video on Atlantis. I've got numerous different snippets of information over my years of Atlantis. And here's my findings. Okay. What is Atlantis? Atlantis was a worldwide civilization with peoples that had all of their psychic abilities intact, all of their mental abilities, which is they used all of their brains, all their full capacity of the brains, and at perfect health. Perfect physical health, mental health, and spiritual health. Now, what happened over time is that they de-evolved. Now, what are the consequences of that de-evolution? The consequences were that we, over a vast amount of time, forgot all that we had. All that we had. All the knowledge that we had disappeared. It opened up a door for extraterrestrials to come down and basically manipulate us and control us. Now, I'm not saying all the extraterrestrials are bad apples. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying the ones that we dealt with at that time were what David Wilcock calls service to self extraterrestrials, which is they wanted to control and manipulate us and make us their slaves. Now, since we were a worldwide civilization, we had different regencies, different countries, I guess, with different people that sat on the worldwide council. Basically, there was a split after time, up in two different groups. One that favored the extraterrestrial manipulation and control, and the other ones that said, hold on, we were once a great people. We can do this again. We don't need to go down that path. The dark side also viewed our free will is negligible at best. As to say, they believed in the manipulation of our free will and to take it away from us and make us think that we are nothing. And the other group valued our free will and valued our individualism and sought to try to re-establish that. It led to a war. A war that ultimately led in the melting of the ice caps and the flooding of their whole entire civilization. Now, there were certain people within the group, within that council, that were awakened to this, that knew that the shit was going to hit the fan. Now, these people were, of course, what we would call the gods and the goddesses. They were not gods and goddesses, they were just very, very awakened people. Now, these people, like Thoth, which used a spaceship to get off world and basically orbit around the planet, like on the show 100, basically. Except they didn't send convicts down after, they went down themselves. Then there's some that used the advanced technology to access different realities and escape. There are others that just went underground, and there are different variations of the continuization of government if a collapse were to happen, just like today. Now, when the shit hit the fan and there was that war, for 1,000 years we were set back as a people because all we had to do was survive. We had no time to sit there and think about the greater thoughts of humanity, because all we were concerned with was survival. Now, there's different, now what the technology that they had access to, that advanced quantum physics. They had advanced Christological knowledge. They had advanced occult / spiritual knowledge. And they had hot and cold running water, flying machines, a very advanced space program, thanks to extraterrestrials. Now, once that collapsed and all the knowledge of Atlantis disappeared, it didn't quite disappear because, like I said, the gods and goddesses later came back and tried to reseed civilization again and continue their wars, because the two sides of the council didn't quite go away. That war is still going on, which brings us to the next topic of interest here, which is the rise of Atlantis, the so-called rise of Atlantis. Now, the rise of Atlantis is once again humanity coming back into its full capacity as human beings, and seeing all the manipulation and control on this planet and deciding to do something about it, instead of just sitting there and having a beer and talk about the game. If you want to do that, that's fine, but I'm more concerned with knowledge. So, there are certain people within certain groups, such as secret societies or what is called the secret government, aka the Illuminati, and different other factions, that know that we are going to come back into our full power. Don't want that, because they want their control, they want their manipulation, they want their power. They love it. It's like their drug. Don't to mention, most of those people are all doped up and too used to fucking their horrors and getting their horrors all delivered to them and what have you. Like I said, like I've always said, power gives you certain prestige and certain fringe benefits that the most of us masses don't have. Now, once the truth gets out about all this manipulation, we're going to hit a crossroads as a people. And we're already starting to hit this crossroad. We can either go down the path of utter destruction, and that will be very bad for humanity. There will be nothing left. Or we go down the path of true evolution as a species, using our technology not as a crutch but as a tool, using our knowledge not to subjugate but to help our fellow man. And then we can truly step in to our former glory. Now, what I think is going to happen, now what I'm going to be talking about is, where is Atlantis? Where is the physical remains? The world capital that I talk about, where the council met, is what most people would think of Atlantis is, with the consecutive rings, and in the center would be a pyramidal mound. Now, that particular remains lays in the North Atlantic, and if you look at the topography in this and the outline of the North Atlantic, you can kind of see where, if land masses was, if the waters were receded, there would be kind of a circular indent around there. However, another thing you have to take into account is, like I said, the floodwaters. Because when the ice age melted, when the ice caps melted, a lot of the cities, a lot of the places in Atlantis were submerged. So there's very scant evidence. However, evidence can be found of these coastal cities if you know where to look. And if you've done your research, you'll know what I'm talking about here. Now, another places where you could find physical evidence of Atlantis is various tunnels that go deep underground that certain groups and societies know about and ain't telling us. The records of Atlantis itself can be found in two different ways. One through meditation, and the other physical proof of Atlantis is underneath the Sphinx, deep underneath the Sphinx. However, it must be said that it's not the only depository of knowledge. Like I said, you can also get this information psychically. Now that's gonna about do it for me for today, because I've been trying to upload this video for a very long time, and well, I'm getting frustrated. If you have any more questions, or if you want me to expand on anything, feel free to email me, and I'll see what I can do. Thank you. Have a nice day.